In the early 2000s, inside Costco's headquarters, a future CEO made a dangerous suggestion. Craig Jelinek looked at the numbers and saw a problem. The company was losing money on its famous food court hot dog. The price had stayed at $1.50 for years. Costs were rising. The math looked obvious. Raise the price, protect the margin, do what every normal business would do. Then Jim Sinegal, Costco's legendary co-founder, looked at him and delivered a warning that became retail history. The story goes that Sinegal told him, "If you raise the hot dog, I will kill you." Figure it out. It sounded absurd. A giant retailer defending a cheap hot dog like national treasure. But this was not really about lunch. It was about trust. Costco had trained customers to believe one thing. Inside these warehouse walls, the company was on their side. If that belief cracked, the empire's foundation could crack with it. That is the strange mystery of Costco. Most retailers grow by raising prices, pushing margins, advertising harder, and squeezing more money from every customer. Costco did the opposite. It capped markups, paid workers better than many competitors, kept stores plain, refused normal retail glamour. And somehow, this anti-greed strategy helped build one of the most powerful shopping empires in the world. How does a company make billions by refusing to fully maximize profit? Wall Street hated the logic at first. Analysts looked at Costco and saw money being left on the table. Why not charge more? Why not push margins higher? Why not squeeze customers the way the rest of retail does? One analyst famously argued it was better to be a Costco employee or customer than a shareholder. That was meant as an insult. But Costco turned that insult into a business model. The secret was not charity. Costco was not trying to be nice for free. It was building a machine where low prices created loyalty, loyalty created membership renewals, renewals created predictable cash, and predictable cash gave Costco the power to keep prices low. It looked generous on the surface. Underneath, it was ruthless strategy. The company had discovered that trust could become a financial weapon. To understand how this machine was built, you have to go back before Costco, before the global warehouses, before Kirkland signature, before the membership cards. The story begins with a retail genius named Saul Price. He looked at traditional stores and saw waste everywhere. Fancy shelves, huge markups, too many products, too much advertising, too much friction. His idea was brutally simple. Strip out the theatre. Sell value directly. Saul Price created a new kind of retail experience. Not beautiful, not luxurious, not designed to flatter customers. It was a warehouse where products sat on pallets. Prices were low and only members could enter. That last part changed everything. A membership fee gave the business cash before the shopping even began. Customers paid to access savings, then felt pressure to use that access as much as possible. One young worker absorbed this lesson deeply. His name was Jim Sinegal. He started at the bottom, bagging groceries and learning retail from the floor, not from theory. He saw how customers behaved when they believed a store was truly giving them a deal. He saw how simple operations could beat expensive presentation. And he saw something Wall Street often misses. In retail, trust can be more valuable than margin. In 1983, Sinegal and Jeffrey Broitman opened the first Costco warehouse in Seattle. It did not look like the future of retail. It looked like a concrete box filled with pallets. But that was the point. No luxury displays, no emotional window shopping, no maze of endless choices. Costco wanted customers to feel that every dollar spent on decoration was a dollar not spent lowering prices. Costco's model attacked one of retail's favorite tricks: confusion. Traditional stores overwhelm customers with thousands of products, endless brands, promotions, coupons, and fake discounts. Costco cut the noise. It offered fewer items but chose them carefully. A normal supermarket might carry dozens of toothpaste options. Costco might carry only a handful. Less choice meant more buying power, faster decisions, and lower operating costs. This limited selection became a hidden superpower. When Costco chose a product, suppliers knew the volume could be enormous. That gave Costco leverage. It could demand better prices, better packaging, and better value. The customer saw a giant tub of nuts or a massive pack of paper towels, but behind that simple product was a negotiation machine forcing suppliers to compete for one of retail's most valuable shelves. Then came the margin rule. Costco operates with a discipline that sounds almost unnatural in capitalism. It limits how much extra it will charge. Name brand items are famously capped at low markups, with the source brief highlighting the 14% limit. Most businesses ask, how much can we get away with? Costco asks, how little can we charge and still make the model work? That one question changes everything. The temptation to raise prices is powerful. A tiny increase could create huge profit growth. Your source brief points out the dangerous math. Even a small price increase could massively expand profit, which is why Sinegal compared the temptation to something addictive. That is the trap Costco refused, because once you train managers to chase easy margin, they start damaging the trust that made customers show up in the first place. This is why the cheap hot dog matters. It is not just a snack, it is a signal. The $1.50 combo tells customers that Costco will fight to protect value, even when inflation makes it painful. The rotisserie chicken sends the same message. These products become trust anchors. Customers may not understand every accounting detail, but they understand one thing. If Costco protects these prices, maybe the rest of the store is honest too. The trick is that Costco can lose money, or make very little on certain visible products, because the real profit engine is somewhere else. The membership fee changes the economics. Before a customer buys a couch, chicken, television, or giant pack of batteries, Costco already collected money at the door. That annual fee turns shopping into a subscription relationship. And subscription relationships are incredibly powerful when people renew. This creates a psychological loop. Once people pay for membership, they want to justify it. They make extra trips, they buy in bulk, they compare prices. They tell themselves they are saving money because they are part of the club. Costco is not just selling goods, it is selling access. And once access has a price, customers feel motivated to extract value from it. That is why Costco is closer to a gated economic community than a normal store. The door is a filter. People who pay to enter are already committed. They are more likely to spend, more likely to return, and more likely to defend the brand. The membership card becomes a badge of rationality. Customers do not feel manipulated. They feel smart. That emotion is priceless. Costco also mastered the treasure hunt. You may walk in for toilet paper and leave with a kayak, gold bars, a television, a vacation package, and a £5 tub of something you did not know existed. The store is plain, but the uncertainty is exciting. Limited time deals create urgency. Scarcity creates motion. Costco makes bargain hunting feel like discovery. This treasure hunt does something important. It increases basket size without making the store feel greedy. Customers blame themselves for buying extra because the deals seem too good to ignore. Costco does not need fancy sales pressure. It uses scarcity, trust, and surprise. Every visit carries the question, "What will I find today?" That question keeps people coming back. Then there is Kirkland's signature. At first glance, it looks like a private label, but strategically, it is a weapon. Costco can use Kirkland to pressure national brands. If a supplier will not deliver the value Costco wants, Costco can create its own version. That gives the company leverage in negotiations and gives customers another reason to believe they are getting quality without paying brand name prices. Kirkland became huge because Costco attached its reputation to it. That is dangerous if the product is bad, but powerful if the product delivers. Customers learn to trust the label across categories: batteries, coffee, clothing, alcohol, paper goods, and food. In a normal store, private labels can feel cheap. At Costco, Kirkland became a promise: less marketing, more value. The company's plain warehouse design also serves the strategy. No expensive decor, no luxury lighting, no elaborate displays. Products sit on pallets because pallets are efficient. That rough look tells customers, "We are saving money for you." The environment becomes part of the story. Costco does not hide the warehouse. It weaponizes it. The ugliness feels honest. Costco spends very little on traditional advertising compared with many retailers. That sounds risky until you understand the loop. Low prices become advertising. Loyal members become advertising. The hot dog becomes advertising. Kirkland becomes advertising. Every customer who tells a friend about a deal becomes part of the marketing department. Costco does not need to shout as much because customers carry the message for free. And then there are the employees. Costco's labor strategy has long challenged the retail stereotype. Many companies treat workers as costs to minimize. Costco treated better pay and retention as part of the model. Experienced employees move faster, make fewer mistakes, and serve customers better. Lower turnover saves money. The company understood that squeezing workers too hard can create hidden costs that do not show up immediately on a spreadsheet. This is another reason Wall Street misunderstood Costco. Analysts often love immediate margin expansion. Costco cared about lifetime trust. If employees stayed, customers trusted the store. If customers trusted the store, memberships renewed. If memberships renewed, Costco had steady income. It was not ignoring profit. It was stretching the time horizon. The company was willing to look less profitable today to become more durable tomorrow. Costco's power also comes from what it refuses to do. It refuses to carry endless weak products, refuses to decorate like a luxury mall, refuses to chase every trend, refuses to turn every inch of the store into advertising clutter. In a world addicted to more, Costco built discipline around less, fewer products, bigger volume, lower prices, stronger trust. That discipline made Costco difficult to copy. A competitor can lower prices for a weekend. It can launch a membership program. It can sell bulk packages. But copying the surface is not the same as copying the system. Costco's moat is built from culture, supplier trust, scale, membership psychology, employee retention, and decades of customer belief. You cannot fake that overnight. The model scaled because it traveled well. People in different countries still understand value. They still like deals. They still respond to membership access, bulk savings, and trusted quality. When Costco expanded globally, it carried the same psychology into new markets. In some places, openings created chaotic scenes, with crowds rushing in because the promise was simple: pay once, save often. But Costco's strength creates a question: is this model truly anti-greed, or just a smarter form of greed? The company refuses to overcharge on products, but it locks customers into membership psychology. It sells savings but encourages bulk buying. It builds trust but uses that trust to make shoppers buy more. The truth is uncomfortable. Costco can be good for customers and still be incredibly strategic. This is what makes Costco more interesting than a simple good company story. It is not generous by accident. It is generous by design, where generosity creates loyalty and loyalty creates profit. That is the genius. Costco found a way to make restraint profitable. In a market where companies are rewarded for extracting more, Costco built an empire by convincing customers it was extracting less. The Amazon comparison matters because Jeff Bezos studied Costco's logic. Amazon Prime also uses a paid membership to change customer behavior. Once people pay, they buy more often, compare less, and stay inside the ecosystem. Costco proved that membership could be more than a discount card. It could become a behavioral engine. In that sense, the warehouse helped shape the digital economy. But Costco never became Amazon. It stayed physical, simple, and stubborn. That stubbornness became part of the brand. The warehouse still feels like a warehouse. The receipt checker still marks the paper. The food court still feels basic. The carts are still oversized. While other retailers chase frictionless elegance, Costco keeps a certain roughness because roughness signals value. That roughness also hides how sophisticated the business is. Costco may look simple, but behind every pallet is data, logistics, supplier negotiation, inventory discipline, and pricing control. Simplicity is the customer-facing illusion. Complexity lives behind the scenes. The best retail machines do not make customers think about the machine. They make customers feel like they found a bargain. Still, the model has risks. Memberships must keep renewing. Customers must keep believing the savings are real. Suppliers must keep accepting Costco's pressure. Employees must keep delivering. And if the company ever loses discipline, the entire trust machine could weaken. Costco's empire is powerful because trust compounds. But trust can also reverse faster than executives expect. Inflation makes that challenge harder. When costs rise, every retailer faces pressure. Raise prices too much, and customers feel betrayed. Absorb too much cost, and margins suffer. Costco's promise becomes harder to defend in an expensive world. That is why the hot dog story matters. It shows the company's willingness to protect symbols even when the spreadsheet says the easy answer is to charge more. Costco's greatest invention may not be the warehouse club. It may be the customer belief that the company is disciplined on their behalf. That belief changes how people shop. They stop checking every price. They assume value is built into the environment. That assumption is dangerous for weak companies, but priceless for strong ones. Costco earned the shortcut in the customer's brain. For investors, Costco teaches a brutal lesson. The best business model is not always the one with the highest margin today. Sometimes the stronger business is the one that leaves enough value for the customer to keep returning for decades. Greed can increase profit quickly, but restraint can build a fortress. Costco chose the fortress. For competitors, the lesson is more painful. You cannot beat Costco only by lowering prices. You must beat the entire promise. You need loyal members, trusted private label products, supplier power, efficient operations, disciplined culture, and patience from investors. Most companies want the results without the restraint. Costco's advantage is that it made restraint part of the brand. That is why a cheap hot dog, a plain warehouse, and a membership card tell a bigger story. Costco did not win by looking glamorous. It won by making customers feel protected from glamour's markup. It built an empire from pallets, restraint, bulk psychology, and trust. The company refused to look greedy in public, and that refusal became one of the most profitable decisions in retail history. So how did Costco build a $500 billion empire by refusing to get greedy? By understanding that greed is not always the fastest path to power. Sometimes power comes from trust, from making customers believe the deal is real, from making employees stay, from making suppliers compete, from making members renew before they even shop. Costco did not destroy retail by charging more. It changed retail by proving that the strongest profit machine may be the one customers think is fighting for them. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed the story of how Costco built a $500 billion empire by refusing to get greedy, then you'll love the story of how Ray Dalio built the world's largest hedge fund. Click the video on your screen now. I'll see you there.